Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia Season 1, Episode 10. I watched already today's 3 episodes. If you want to see my reaction videos about this episode, I'm gonna put the links into the eye, and I'm gonna put also the link for the playlist that I made for My Hero Academia, and also some links for other playlists that I made. Maybe I'm gonna put, my reaction videos to other animes. If you're watching my reaction videos for My Hero Academia, you can be interested by my reactions and thoughts for Attack on Titan, for Demon Slayer, who is gonna be back. When I'm filming, it's not back. When you see that on Patreon and on YouTube, it's already back. That's gonna be so cool. Yes, I'm taking a lot of advance on these videos, so I can have the time to edit them, to work on them and all. So yes, for Demon Slayer, for Attack on Titan, for Death Note and Chainsaw Man, I'm gonna try to put some links like that, into the eye if you can be interested. During the last episode, a group of villains came, but when I say a group, it's not like 5 people. No, it's more than that. Like they were more than 10. There were 15, 20 villains! It was so many of them suddenly. And we saw, during one of the hidden scenes of one episode that they want to target All Might, but we know, us the viewers, that All Might is not right there. So the real question now for me, it's gonna be, are they gonna say why they want All Might? And are they going to continue to attack when they're going to know that All Might is not right there? Clearly, they chose the good time, the good moment, the good place to attack. They knew that into the school it would be difficult. Outside, into that place, it's not so well protected. Only 3 teachers and not all of the teachers, all of the students. It's the first year of that class of students and it's only 3 teachers. And one of them is All Might, and you want All Might. So clearly, it was chosen on purpose to attack right there, right now. Which means also that they knew about the schedule of this class of All Might. They knew that All Might would be a teacher normally, for this class, at this moment, at this place. Do we have a spy inside of the school? I didn't think of it. Maybe we have a spy inside of it? We'll see, but All Might is not there. We have only Aizawa and 13 as teachers, as superheroes to defend these kids, because these kids, okay, they have quirks, they have powers, they can try to defend themselves, but against villains, real big villains, is it gonna be enough? I really don't think so. So yes, the villains, are they gonna continue this attack because they want All Might to come at some point? Or are they gonna give up? I can't imagine something like that. Can they kidnap maybe some of the students so All Might is gonna come? I don't know. It was a real surprise for me to see all of them coming. Like again, during the hidden scene, we saw that group of villains talking about the fact that All Might is right there as a teacher, we can target him. But there were not so many during that moment, so for all of them right there, all of these villains to be reunited like that. And again, why do you want to target All Might? Like, why a group of villains would want to go after All Might, all of them like that together? Is it a revenge thing, or is it really because he represents all of the superheroes, like he's a symbol of peace, all of that, so that's why you want to target him, because if you can have him, you can send a message. Do you know about him? Do you know that he's weaker right now? I'm wondering about that also. And maybe if they have a spy inside, maybe they know it. so they know that it's a good time to attack him. It would be interesting to discover why they attack right there, like how did they know, and why All Might so much, to just have the confirmation that it's really because he's the face of all of the superheroes. Is it really just because of that? So yes, big surprise. Now they are gonna fight against the villains, these students. They were supposed to rescue people, but in fact they're gonna continue to fight together against the villains. Like, it's gonna put in practice what they learned during these last days with Aizawa and All Might. Why not? Right now I just have the time to watch one more episode, so I think that it's gonna be about the beginning of this combat, but I'm not gonna have the beginning, the combat and the end of it during this episode. And also, you know, this is a short season, so I think that the combat right there, it's gonna continue until the last episode of the season, something like that. With all of these villains, if we really have a combat, it has to be epic, with all of them being involved. I think that this season could finish with people outside, you know, the public, discovering, not about Izuku, but discovering about All Might. That All Might is beginning to be weaker, that he's losing his powers, something like that. I think that it would be a big reveal for this universe, and it would be a good cliffhanger also for what is gonna happen next. Is it gonna be really what All Might thinks, you know, people beginning to be afraid, villains beginning to do a lot of things? We'll see. Katsugi during the last episode was a little quiet in comparison of the previous ones, which is great, because I was really getting tired of him. I know that they mocked him, but they mocked him because of his bad attitude. So in a way, I'm really like, don't be like that, don't be so arrogant, don't be like that, you know, like, I don't want to talk to anyone, you know, into your thing. That's it, come on, grow up, evolve, open yourself to other people, you'll see. You're not the best, they are also great and amazing, but it's great to have great people around you. In fact, you're gonna have real friends and not people who are just afraid of you or admiring you. You can have real friends who are gonna appreciate you for who you are, who are gonna push you to be better. It would be so great for him to evolve into that direction. I really hope that he's not gonna evolve into a direction like he's gonna begin to be really bad and to maybe at some point he's gonna become a villain. I really hope that it's not gonna be that direction that this character is gonna take, but more that he's gonna work on himself and also his relationship with Izuku. I would want for these two to have a real friendship at the end of everything, but it's gonna take so long for Katsuki to change, to understand stuff, to work on himself. For now, I don't know if I have the patience for that, but I'm gonna be there for each little step, you know, baby step that he's gonna take on that direction. Believe me, I'm gonna cheer for that each time that it's gonna happen, you know, each little step, it's gonna be cool. But for now, okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now. Let's go for this episode. The last one that I'm gonna watch today. If you want to remember that you have my Patreon on which you can have these reaction videos earlier, we have 3 or 4 episodes of advance on my Patreon with an extended or full reaction part. I already put some full reaction part because I was reacting too much, and extended reaction part are still interesting. I'm saying it each time because I'm not forced to cut each 5 seconds, to play with opacity and stuff like that. You really have longer scenes, and it's the best way to support me, my Patreon, if you want, if you can. It can be appreciated. I'm a little reactor, I'm really not considered by YouTube, and as you can see on YouTube, I'm forced to fight, you know, with YouTube and stuff, so really YouTube is not considering me at all. So if you want to support me, even a little, it's on my Patreon. Let's go for this episode! Ah, you think? A quirk for the sensors. They plan the stuff towards the schedule. You have other ones? Show us that! Or Intel. You have a spy or not? I don't understand. He erased that. And he knows how to fight. That's cool also. You're good, Aizawa. Listen to it. Him in particular for what he represents or for himself? You have something against him? Kids, you're brave, but you're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid! Ah, you're taking them back inside. That's your thing. Two! Two! Okay for that, but after that, they said our intel, meaning our spy. I think that through their intel, they know also that it's beginning to be weaker. That's what I think, that symbolic stuff, but maybe also something personal. You have to defend him and to not search for their reason. I appreciate how you think, and I think that you're right there, but I still think that the why is important. You're all fighting. You're their leader. Because you can't stop. You love too much to be a superhero. You don't have any self-control. You're the principal? You're so sweet! 秘訣はキャラチンさ。君これ。オールマイトわずか1時間で3件の事件解決。事件と聞けば反射的に動く君も。Yes, have a little self-control. That's what I said. それに伴うワンフォーオール後継者の育成。He knows. Please tell me that you're not their intel, their spy. Too sweet for that. Your voice, your look.
今行ってもすぐ戻る羽目になるんだろう。それならいっそここで私の教師論を聞いて。
No, he can't be there in town. He would want him to go. Okay, that's sweet. You're not the spy.
まずヒーローと教師という関係の脆弱性と負担について。
CG にはなってはいるが、この施設内にいる。
警報が鳴らず、そして電話も圏外になっていました。いや、イメージエントが下で個性を消し回っているにもかかわらず、
It's not enough.
それらを妨害可能な個性がいて、即座に隠したのでしょう。それを見つけ出すより、君が走った方が早い。
しかし、クラスのみんなを置いていくなと委員長の加速。
Obey!
外に出れば警報がある。
And it's gonna be hard enough to get out.
そうしてんだろ。
She's not telling you to run away, she's telling you to go get some help. Come on, Linda. That's your power. Cool. Okay, you're little, but you can do it. Come on.
そこまで情報を仕入れておいて、周到に準備してくる連中にしちゃおかしな点がある。だからつまり、ヴィランたちに僕らの個性が分かってないんじゃない。
カエルの私を知ってたら、あっちの火災ゾーンにでも放り込むわね。
敵は船に上がろうとしてこない。これが仮説を裏付けてる。
Because they're waiting for you to show your powers.
向こうも決してこちらを舐めていないってことだけど。
私は跳躍と壁に貼り付けるのと言っても多少ピリッとする程度のを分泌できる。
僕は超パワーだけど、使った先
What?
はバッキバ
I'm sorry, that was French. I mean, yes, you, it's only lasting, you know.
超くっつく。もぎったそばから生えてくるけど、オイラ自身にはくっつかずにブニブニ跳ねる。
I'm not sure of how useful it can be. But it's cool! But it's cool! No, it's cool. But right now, I'm not so sure. Ah, you can control water, no? I want that, but with wind. What did you do? Can it explode? She's right.
情熱大陸でオールマイトが言ってたよ。
Did it?
勝つにはこれしかない。
Right there against these villains, but you have other villains attacking other students.
油断だけはするなと信楽さんが言ってたろ。年で判断する。
信楽？
個性を見ろ。
かっちゃん的な感じで。
Act like a champ. And you screaming like him.
いくらスマッシュでも円形に陣を取られてちゃ一層は無理だ。
A finger, a finger, a finger.
爆発しないイメージ。
Three finger if you want.
震えながら、オイラと同じくせに、怖いくせに。
He's doing it. He's a real superhero. Even if you're afraid, you have to act. Music is good. Why are you doing that? To just bother me? Nope, no hide and seek. It was cool! That scene at the end was really cool. 2? Mineta? Wait. Mineta! like that, you know, 2 by 2, I'm gonna have them. That was cool because they all helped and all together they managed to escape. And it was not about, you know, going into a combat and fighting, because clearly there were not enough and all. It was about using your brain and just for now trying to escape, because you know that you're not strong enough, you're not good enough, and just go, you know. So it was really cool. Mineta, really her power, I'm not so sure, you know, of how it can be useful, when it can be useful, what. Tsu, she has a cool power. For sure, I'm thinking of the X-Men, thinking of her power. One of them has that, one of the villains has that power. But she's cool, she's pretty cool. Tsu, she's really talking just like that, you know, with how she's thinking, she's just telling all of what she's thinking. I mean, the fact that she said that Izuku is power, it made her think, you know, of All Might power. She's clever also. But right there, okay, you managed to escape, the 3 of you. Mineta, how she reacted, you know, I was not blaming her, because in a way it was really natural, you know, for her to react like that, because yes, they are young, and her, she knows that her power really like is not pretty useful during a combat moment, so she has all of the rights to be scared right there, and to think also that they were cool to react like that. What I appreciate, you know, for what she said, is like me, is young, is checking, is afraid, and still he can do that. That's pretty cool, because that's something that we know about Izuku, the fact that he can be brave and he has that instinct of acting, reacting really quickly in front of a danger, just because he wants to save people, he wants to fight villains, and also it's really cool. And also, he's not like Katsuki thinking only about fighting, he's thinking with his mind about. Right there, it was not about fighting, it was escaping, like also during the combat, you know, during All Might exercise, it was not about fighting Katsuki, it was about winning the game. So it's pretty cool that Izuku is like that, and that Mineta, she saw it also. Cool. And again, right there, you're in front of that shadow thing, Katsuki, and the other guy, oh, they said his name. And I even repeated it, but I don't have it right there. These two, they didn't think again, it was just about fighting. Like, we want to fight. Guys, like, truly, no. If 13, the teacher, the superhero who is with you, is not fighting that thing, it's for a reason, you know, like, you're stupid. So they're blocked inside, they want All Might to come. Probably there is a reason behind. For all of them, the League of Villains, the fact that they want All Might that much, for sure it can be because he represents all of the superheroes, is a symbol of peace, all of that. For sure, I think that they know that he's beginning to be weaker, all of that. I'm gonna come back later to the spy situation. But maybe there is also something else, a background, something that we don't know yet. Because for all of them to be reunited, you know, like I can imagine that into this world, all of the villains, they are doing their stuff on their own, you know, doing their villain stuff. But for all of them to decide to join their forces together on that particular thing, you know, to go against All Might, it's for a reason. I love the fact that Izuku is thought of that, but he totally switched, being like, no, I don't want to know about the why. I love All Might. We had that flashback with him as a kid, you know, admiring All Might. I believe into All Might as an hero and all since I'm that young, so I'm gonna just, you know, go to defend him, to act for all of that to not happen. I appreciate that Izuku is reacting like that. But still, at some point, I think that the why has to be asked, you know, and it's going to be important. So, the when, the where you know, they knew it because they had the schedule. I knew it, I guessed it. During the intro, I talked about it and the fact that it meant that maybe they have a spy inside. But after that, you know, they said that they had that schedule, this information, because some days ago they managed to enter into the school and to have this information. Okay, but a little later they said that they have an intern who told them something, and a little later they said also something. They were acting like they have a spy inside. It can't be the principal, because right there the principal, he would want for All Might to go. When in fact right there he said to All Might, you're gonna stay with me and I'm gonna teach you stuff about being a hero, being a teacher. And I agree with him, with that sweet principal. I agree with him with the fact that All Might, he has to learn to not intervene each time, you know, in a way, All Might, he has a strong ego and he thinks that it's only him who has to intervene, you know, to save people and all. When right there, we saw superheroes being right there, Monk Lady and all, they could have intervened. So All Might, he has to learn to have some self-control, clearly. But yes, they want him that much, that bad. Aizawa is really great. We saw his power before, but he's really good also at fighting. He can really do good stuff, you know, like to fight against all of these villains at once, you know, at the same time. It's amazing, truly, but it can't be enough. Ida and the other ones, they're gonna try to reach some help. That's great, and I understand Ida, the fact that he doesn't want to get out to find some help because he wants to stay there to defend, to help and all. But right there, you're gonna make the job by reaching for help. Like, they need you to do that. Your teacher is telling you to do that, but no matter what, it's to be a hero also, to know when you're not enough and you need to have some help. I think that you understood that. I appreciate that. I love Ida. I think that you had it. Katsuki, yes, acting a little stupid. I think that during the next episodes we're gonna have all of these combats and we're gonna see each of these places, you know, being attacked and the students, you know, fighting against the villains, being helped by others. Like right there, Izuku, he managed to fight his villains, so he's gonna go to help others with other villains. The fact that they separated the kids, you know, with the different places, I understand the logic behind that, but at the same time, you know, they're really well organized to have the schedule, to attack all of them. No, first, to have the schedule, to have the information, to maybe have a spy inside, to be reunited, all of them, like again, to be, you know, a league of villains like that, in a world like that, in a universe like that, to be able to reunite all of the villains against the same thing, you know, the same person, the why is really important, and it means something, you know, about how motivated they are. They planned stuff, you know, they planned for that guy, the shadow guy, the thing guy, to be the one to take them back in and to separate them like that. So they would divide themselves into different groups according to their quirks, to have one villain who is doing stuff, you know, against the censors, to have one villain who is doing that. For me, the leader, the guy who is the leader, it's the one with all of the ants on him. Maybe it's someone that All Might knows, really. But no matter what, you know, to have a league of villains like that, and you know, it's not again just a group of people, like they're not like 5 or 7. It's a league of villains, there are 20, 30, we have a lot of them. To remember their names. I already have issues to remember the names of all of the students, so the names of all of these villains of the League of the Villains. So. Nope! Don't count on me. It's already gonna be great if I remember one of your names. 13, she has a cool power. I'm wondering about it, you know? Like right there, it's pretty useful against that villain because it's not something solid, but you can't do that with everything. You can't do that with people, you can't take them like that. And after that, what? They're going where? I'm wondering about her power already. Okay, it was a really cool episode. A real combat, real villains, real questions, things, you know, which are gonna be important for the future, like if I'm right about All Might, who did something wrong. I mean, the fact that they attacked him like that, the why is gonna be important right there. Are they gonna discover that All Might, he doesn't have all of his powers, that he's weaker? Maybe they know that already, but the other students, maybe they're gonna see that. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna keep the 3 last episodes of this season for the same session of binge watching. It's gonna be in another day and in another video, no matter what. So it's all for you and for me for today. So it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.